Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as the title suggests, I'm here to talk about my all-time favorite fantasy books and series I have read so far. When I started my reading journey, fantasy was my main genre. There are a lot of fantasy books I have given 5 stars, but I'm going to talk about those books which if I have to read them again, I will still give them 4 to 5 stars. So these are the evergreen fantasy favorites of mine. So I have a lot of books to talk about. So without further ado, let's get started. I have to start with my all-time favorite, Harry Potter. No doubt, I started my fantasy reading journey with these books. I read the whole series one time, quite years ago, and after that, I repeatedly reread first 4 books. That was my favorite at the time. I have still yet to reread last 3 books, which I'm going to be reading very soon. This is mostly nostalgia as well as the first time reading such a huge series. Many people grew with these series. I was not one of them, but still it was the genesis of my reading journey, so I still fondly remember them. Second in the list is Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and the second series in the same universe, that is Heroes of Olympus. Both series I read them back to back. I think at one time Rick Riordan was my most read author. I binge read both series back to back. I loved the characters. So first one is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. As you know, if you have read these books, you know all 5 books follow a same structure, but you are there for the characters and the quest they are going into. The friendship between all our trio, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover, was what kept me hooked in the first series. Then, as I went on to read Heroes of Olympus, my favorite from both series are Mark of Athena and House of Hades. Still, I have read them multiple times. I still think this is the best book to get into if you are new in this genre. This is not your typical fantasy. It's more adventure, more action adventure and Greek mythology. You are getting Greek mythology in first series and Roman plus Greek mythology in second one. Till this date, I think I like Greek mythology due to these series. So that was a huge part of my reading. Third one in the list is Codex Alera series by Jim Butcher. Many people love his Dresden Files more than this one, and this is quite underrated out of his bibliography. It was another page turner series for me. I read all 6 books back to back. This is more YA, but it has grand nature of fantasy. You can expect as you are growing along with the main character. It's been quite a long since I read this series, but I still remember how engaged I was as I back to back finished all 6 books. What really captured my attention when I picked this one was this is Roman Empire plus Pokemon. So this was the tagline switch to me and really made me pick this scene. We are following an empire called Alera, where people in Alera have magic, where they can summon elemental forces called Fury. So these are like Pokemon. You are summoning them. So as your typical chosen one trope, this one has Tavi, who don't have his own magic, and he's the only one who don't have this magic. So you are following him when he's 16 and how he navigates toward all the political intrigue this series has to offer. In all 6 books, we are following him as he is gaining more power, climbing in the ladder of this structure, political structure. And as someone who loves chosen one trope plus political intrigue, this really captured my attention, and I gave most of the books in the series 5 stars. So fourth in the list is Queen's Thief by Megan Wallen Turner. So this series have 6 books. I have read 5 of them. I have yet to read sixth one. Um, and this is another one which I reread many times, especially first 3 books. I have reread them so many times. So 2 months back, I reread this, and I have to get back to rereading this book. Then I'll start it, Return of the Thief. So Queen of Atolia and King of Atolia is my favorite one. And out of these, this is my favorite one so far. I love books, I love series when I really like main character and the political intrigue of that book and of that world. And this series offered me both, so that's why I love the series. I really liked our main character, Eugenides. I think this is the only series where he's the main character, but most of the books doesn't follow his point of view. He is the one who is doing all the planning. Whatever is happening is controlled by him, but he's not the point of view of these books, apart from the first one, The Thief. yet another favorite of mine. I am going to reread them as often as I can. A final series in this list is the Rift Wars Saga by Raymond E. Feast. This is the oldest series in this whole list. This also I read, I think, 6-7 years back. So this is mainly 4 book series. In some places it is three book series, because first one is divided into two: Magician Apprentice, Magician Master. So my favorite one is Magician Master, and third one, Silverthorn. This is an epic fantasy series which started out not very well. I did not like the first book, Magician Apprentice, because I did not like the main character that much. But he grew on me, and I really loved his character arc in second book, Magician Master. There are so many good characters, great friendship, and found family aspect in this. I read this quite a long time ago, but if I have to reread them, I'm pretty sure I'll still give them 4 or 5 stars. So these were my favorite fantasy series. Now coming to the standalones that I really love. These are two of them are quite standalone. You can say they have companion books in the series, but these can act as a separate books. So you don't require to read those to understand these. The first standalone is Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison. So if you like character driven stories in your fantasy, this is the one for you. It's not very action packed. You are following Maya, who at the mere age of 18 finds himself emperor of this kingdom after a very unfortunate event. This is like a comfort fantasy for me. I really loved him as a character. We are seeing him and we are rooting for him as he is navigating through this world, and how he won over the people with his kindness and his fresh take is very heartwarming to see. So I read this in 2018, and I'm pretty sure I will give this 5 stars. Still give it 5 stars, and it is quite underrated in this genre. If you are a character driven reader, so pick this one. You will love this. Next is Warbreaker by Brenda Sanderson. So Brenda Sanderson is not a new name in fantasy genre. I have not read any series by him because those are quite huge, and his Cosmere world, such an interconnected, huge, vast world that I'm scared. But I have read two quite standalones part of Cosmere books. One is Elantris and Warbreaker, but Warbreaker is my favorite one out of these two. So it's a mixture of wonderful characters, a very good world building and magic system. Brandon Sanderson is known for his magic system, and this is no different. If you want to check his writing and his magic system, you can start with this one. This is free on his website. So as I'm editing the video, I realize I did not tell you about the book. My bad. So Warbreaker follows 4 POVs. We have two sisters, Viviana and Ciri. Both are completely opposite to each other. Viviana is older and set to marry this king from rival nation, but when the time arrives, their father sent Ciri in her place, who is the younger one and carefree one, and not at all prepared for this role. And we see how they both sisters evolve as they find themselves in their new circumstances and new role. And third person we follow is Washer, who is the mysterious stranger, but later plays very important role in this. But my favorite one was Light Song. He is the reluctant god who provides comic relief. Like his point of view is hilarious. I really liked him by the end. Magic system is like they have biochromatic breath where they use their breath to control objects or these enhance ability. So I don't know how to describe it, but once you read it, it's quite unique and really engaging to read. So last but not the least, Blood Over Brighthaven. This is my latest read. I read this last month only. And if you love unique magic system and world building, but don't want to invest in a long series, I will suggest Blood Over Brighthaven to you. ML Wong is quite a genius in modern fantasy genre. We follow this industrial city of Tyron, and the city runs on its unique magic system. And we are following our first main protagonist, Sayona, and our second main male protagonist, Thomil. Both represents the reality of our actual world. Sayona is the first woman to enter this high magistry. Thomil is from tribe of Quen, and how both faces racism and misogyny in this city forms the crux of this book. We are following them as they find a hidden truth which shake their belief in this magic system and this world. ML Wong packed so much in this over 400 books. So we follow these two, and as they uncovers the secret to the heart of Tyrant's magic, and the world feels so detailed and real. Magic system is very unique. First chapter of this book is so emotional that grips you from the first page, and the ending is solid and very emotional, heartbreaking. If you want to read a standalone fantasy with good world building and strong magic system, I will highly suggest you Blood Over Bright Haven. I'll definitely pick up another book, Sword of Dragon, very soon. That's it for now. These were my 8 fantasy book series and standalones that are very close to my heart. I hope you read one of them and hope you find your favorite one among these. If you have any recommendation for me, just write down in the comments below. I'll see you soon.